Hello everyone, welcome to Offices for 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar and I'm with you with the era of CIIB June 2024 exam, and I'm going to talk about proven strategies for success. Acha, when we talk about the examination now, CIIB examination is no more the same simple examination that it used to be at one point of time. Now, if I talk about the entire examination, there are certain things which have definitely changed. Number one, 2023 brought another subject. It brought elective there. So in this case, what we have got is now we have got five subjects there. Along with you have a choice of five electives. You have four compulsory, one elective, and among the electives you have got five subjects further. Along with this, when we talk about the shuffling of the examinations, again that happened. So in 2023, another new set of examination pattern where there were questions which were without the options even. They were introduced, right? Along with that, they have introduced more case studies. Now the numerical is no more normal numerical. The numerical are now asking theoretical, weird language conceptual case where you have to understand the numerical, you have to understand the deeper meaning of the various paragraphs as well, because now they're playing with read between the lines. So all these challenges are there. So what are those important things that we need to take care of when we are looking forward to become successful in this examination, right? Those eye-opening things are super duper important. So how do we look at all those scenarios? That's what we're going to talk about today. First of all, please go ahead and like this session, and along with this, share this session among your peers. So it is super important that we are looking forward towards this specific area. Okay? So if you like this session, please go ahead and share it among your peers. Okay, now number one, let me give you a little brief information about the exam now. First of all, what are the CIB compulsory subjects? The compulsory subjects are ABM, BFM, ABFM, and BRBL, right? So where ABFM is the new subject which has been added, BRBL was earlier in JIB and that was introduced in your syllabus. So paper number 3 and paper number 4, there is no specific past year papers in terms of CIB, though BRBL was still there in JIB, so you have important questions based upon the trend. But ABFM is completely new. There is no specific trend, and they didn't even make a trend. Matlab in the module, in the May examination, it was totally different. Then in the November examination, they thought of adding more questions, which were more case study based, more theoretical questions, which look theory but more practical. So right, so there are four subjects that you have to work upon. Shall I work upon only a few subjects at one point of time? I don't think it's worth it. Number one thing to have success, first of all, you need to think of um, how much time do you have? Number one. If possible, go for all the subjects together. Reason, you have to score more than 45 in each examination, and the total should be more than 50. There can be subject where you are a little weaker. We are not always strong in all the subjects. You might be weak in a few and you might be strong in other. So what can happen is, if you opt for all the subjects together, you have to score 45 in each minimum, and total should be more than 50%. So in that case, the chances of clearing the examination definitely goes higher. And I've seen that most of the bankers who have given five examinations, ultimately they have situations where they clear five, or out of five they have cleared three or four examinations, and one or two examinations are left. That particular situation comes when you are considering ki nahi, I have time and I will use this ample time to clear the examination altogether at once. So that's the first strategy. Number two, when you're looking forward towards your CIB elective examination, do not blindly go for an examination in terms of elective subjects by being adventurous. Ki koi baat nahi, even if I don't have the basics now, I will learn a new subject. Don't try to do that. If you want to clear the exam, one particular thing you should be clear about: what you have a basics of. You do that particular subject only. Don't try to learn any other subject which you had no idea about. Because in electives, if you have a base, you have a stronger hand. You can clear the examination. So, first of all, if you are looking forward towards your CIB now, go through the syllabus and analyze it. How much of it you can understand without any effort. If you can understand most of the part without any effort, then go for that particular subject, because then you have to work a little less. Because understand, by the time you reach the electives, you are exhausted. Sometimes you have one exam in 1 week, and this time what happened was two exams in back to back on one particular week itself. Second Saturday once, then Sunday one exam. So when you have these back to back examinations, what will you do? then you are so exhausted, and you definitely have to look forward towards electives as well. So you should always look forward to those examinations which you have a prior information or prior knowledge about. So that's the second strategy. Never go blindly towards an elective subject. Go through it, analyze the particular syllabus, find out whether you have the background check of the background knowledge of that particular subject, only then opt for it. And yes, you can change your elective subject. If you had taken a different subject earlier, you can change it right now. Now comes the next important point, everyone. That is what to follow. I've seen most of the people thinking, let's do the MCQs just before the marathon. One of the most important thing is this. Before the examination, let's go towards the YouTube channels, review them further, and let's do something. One particular thing that has definitely made IIBF modules very important is the paper pattern this time. First of all, they have introduced questions without options. There are match the following without options questions, and the questions which are made directly from the IIBF module. So if you have gone through the IIBF module language, then you still have an upper hand, because you will find things which you already know about. But if you do not follow the language, you're just going blindly for the examination. What's the fun if you're going for the examination but not knowing the entire things? Because if you're looking forward towards crux notes, these mini notes, those things can be helpful on the last day, but you need to have prior information, prior solid information about that particular area. So don't try to think of looking forward towards the quick notes in the very beginning. That is something you should prepare, but it should not be something you should opt for in order to go for the examination, because now they are putting more and more questions. The case studies are normally from the book itself, illustrations are from the book itself. So if you do not know the book, then it's very bad. So make sure that whatever you are following, be it our courses or any other people courses, wherever you are following, it should be based upon the IBF modules. Okay? This is the strict portion that you should use only and only IBF modules when it comes to your studies. Next point, prepare quick notes. Acha, one particular thing that I think people don't realize is just a day before examination, if I ask you how much of work is done, and you are like, you're panicked, ki pata nahi how much is left. Acha, I think I can go like the entire book. Today I'll go through the entire book. How much page? How many pages are there? 600 pages only. More than 600 in each book there. है ना? I've not seen a book which is having less than 600 pages till now. So what I'll do is I will go through the entire book. No, what I'll do is I'll go through the MCQs which the people have shared. Now, no, I just got to know about a few important notes. On the last day, na, you get all these speculations. These are very, very normal. You will get it from our side even. From the marathon, MCQs will be shared with you. Important MCQs will be shared with you. What are you doing on the last day? That is something which is your call. You shouldn't be going for anything altogether. If someone has not done the content part na, then I never suggest them can you just go through the marathons and you are clearing the examination. Why to misguide you? The most important thing is make a few quick notes. On the last day, this part is something that I'm going to study. If you are doing online studies, then it becomes easier. What you can do is the YT sessions which you find useful, add it in a playlist. The particular classes where you find it useful, download the particular PDFs, download the PPTs, then keep all those things in separate folders and choose the particular classes where we are dealing with numericals. है ना? So the numerical class which you find very important, note down the number of that class, the time at which you found something which was very important. The teacher said, Kini, this is super important. So you know what to do in the last 1 week. You are not just opening all the videos and then trying to find, acha, this was the point I wanted to see again. No, start looking from the very beginning only. Na? This part is something which I had no base about. So what I'll do is in the last week I'll do it. On the last day I'll do it. So you have to choose it once you start your preparation. It's not something that you will do it at the end. That attitude is definitely very wrong. Then comes focus on theory as well as numerical. Now, one particular thing that people think is, let's choose only the theory part or let's choose only the numerical part. Now, that is too risky, because I've seen people that say that I'm a numerical person, that I'm a theory person, but in the examination, they are putting both. In the numerical area, they get around 25 to 30 marks in terms of numericals, and that too, based up, there are certain questions which are not numerical. They are giving the formula and they are asking what is the correct formula. That is also a part of numerical. They are giving the formula, they're talking about the assumption of that formula. They're talking about how to solve the questions. They're putting case studies based upon it. 5 6 mark question was there in ABFM from a very simple but a very important numerical chapter. So what's the fun being scared of numericals? And there are certain chapters. I think there was a specific chapter in ABFM. I normally take ABFM, so then that's why I can give you more information about ABFM examination. What happened in ABFM examination? The last chapter is SPAC, Special Purpose Acquisition Company. There were so many questions asked from it. There were so many questions. Hardly a 10-page chapter. Literally hardly a 10-page chapter. It doesn't take much time to finish off that chapter. So they are putting so much information from one particular area where you think, okay, this is very easy. So what they do is you need to see the entire book. Don't be choosy ki, nahi, nahi, I won't go for theory, no, I won't go for practical. Go through that part and see which part you can grasp easily. Finish that part first, and then whatever you feel is little difficult, note it down ki, this is difficult, I will deal it in the last on the last day, or maybe a day, 2 3 days before the examination, in a proper manner. Matlab, one of my ways is to learn things from easy to difficult. When you start doing little easier things ना, you get motivated कि ये तो आता है, नहीं I can do this part, नहीं मुझे समझ में आ रहा है. Then you are tricking your brain into doing more and more difficult part as well. Then there would be a point where you'll be like 10 easy chapters done now, 10 chapters are done, so I think I can do the 11th chapter and 12th chapter as well. Psychology is basically when you are done with good number of units, you will not be scared of the difficult ones. Then read between the lines. One particular thing that people have started looking to is heading. Acha, done. Short notes, done. Nahi andar nahi padna. Why should I read it between? Now they are putting questions on the basis of case study from this area only. And if you are becoming blind about this area, you're not reading in between the lines, how will you do the part? So this is another important point. You have to read between the lines when you're doing the questions. Then I've given the portion of the passing criteria, but I've already told you it is always better to go for all the examinations together. If you have cleared any of them, then this is really good. Otherwise, if you go for all the exams, then you have minimum 45. Otherwise, you need minimum 50 out of 100. And with 45, you need to have 50% of the total subjects as well. If you're giving 5 exams, then ultimately it comes out to be 500 is the total, 250 minimum has to be scored by you. But there are certain papers where I have seen people getting 70. There are certain paper they're getting 80. When they are getting 70, 80 marks, it is good now. We have to highlight that part. Ki, theek hai, that one particular paper can set off a paper where you just got 45. You just got lucky and passed. So that particular thing is possible only if you have a broader vision towards the examination. Then regarding the time limit, when we talk about it, you have got around 5 attempts there. So it is always better that you choose wisely. The success comes only if you know there's a deadline. If you don't set it up, then what's the fun? Because if you'll say ki ho jayega, I think I'll finish in the next 5 years, 6 years. I'd seen bankers being frustrated ki we had been trying for JIB or CIB from the last so many years, but we haven't cleared it. So why to put yourself through that agony or pain? So it's always better that you are sorted enough that nahi, I'm starting today and finishing tomorrow. If you are thinking about finishing tomorrow, maybe you'll finish within a week. But since you had a very near deadline, you put yourself so much through so much, and then the clarity becomes more, it doesn't become less. So these are the proven strategies when we talk about the examination there. Go ahead and use it and let me know how much useful it had been to you, because I've seen so many bankers following it. Achha, one more important thing, follow the concepts. Don't go follow the MCQs. MCQs would be like this MCQ. If the same MCQ comes, you know the answer. If doesn't, then you are unlucky in that case. So it's always better that you are going through concept. Ki, theek hai. From one concept, if they give 10 questions, you know about that. If they give 5 questions, you know about all the questions. You are not limiting yourself there, right? Just a few important things to look forward to. Okay, so as I was talking about, if you have started with your preparation, it's good. But if you're looking forward towards the entire area, I would like to start my preparation, and you haven't reviewed our courses yet, let me give you a brief information about it so that you can start your preparation through our platform. Okay, Now, let's go through our website, that is www.adda247.com. Open up our CIB June 2024. As you can see, our batches are there. The Nishchay batch is for the bilingual, while the Scholars batch is for the area of CIB English medium. Then Mahapack is there. Mahapack is what exactly? Mahapack is a benefit with you where you will get MCQs, you will get the area of um, you will get ebooks, you will get test series, you will get 500 hours of online classes as well as 1006 videos. That means recorded videos, current live classes, future live classes till the time you have the validity. Everything is available for you. Along with that, both English medium, bilingual opened up. 10 plus hours of mini marathon, 5 plus hours of Maha marathon, doubt classes, practice paper, whatnot is available. So, this is one of the best packs to opt for. Numerical batches, revision batches, whatever comes up. You don't have to pay even a single penny once you have bought this pack. What you need to do is use the code Y541 and apply it. You will get it for 7473.85. If you're buying it for 6 months, around 1100, 1200 rupees per month, still an affordable thing if I look at the entire scenario there. So go ahead and check it out on our website, on our app for further details. And if you're using the app, you will get it at 78% discount. Okay? Use the code Y541 to get the discount there and go through the app for additional 1%. So check it out on our website and our app for further details and try the strategies because ultimately you have time in applying.